We're here with John Anton, City Councilor for the City of Portland, and Doug Gardner, the Director of the City's Department of Health and Human Services. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
This week, John gave a testimony to the legislature, the state legislature, about proposed cuts that will drastically affect the city. Do you want to give us a little bit more
I'll give
information
you
on this
the quick summary. In the governor's supplemental budget proposal, he has proposed reducing what's called the 90% reimbursement. 12 communities in the state, for the general assistance program, 12 communities in the state have general assistance obligations that are so extensive that they exceed a certain percentage of the tax value in the community. We're one of those. And those communities, once they cross that threshold tax value, get a 90% reimbursement for all expenditures over that amount, as opposed to the standard 50% reimbursement. And it's a recognition of the particular burden those communities bear in terms of the general assistance program, which is a state mandated program. Portland sees something like 40% of all of the general assistance cases in the state. Wow. As such, we have extensive general assistance expenditures with very little discretion as to how we spend that money. It's by state statute. So the dollars and cents of the governor's proposal is that if we were to apply fiscal year 09 expenditures to it, the state would save approximately $1.9 million, and about 2/3 of that, $1.2 million, would be money that had been going to the city of Portland. Much of the balance of that goes to the city of Bangor, which you would expect, that's where people in need tend to gravitate towards.
And what does that mean? What, the city has to raise the remainder of that money?
Because we are obligated to provide these services. There's some discretion on the margins, but again, it's by state statute, and we'll need to substitute property tax revenue for that, and it couldn't come at a worse time in terms of we are seeing unprecedented demand for general assistance. Doug can speak better to that. So it's a double whammy. It's really a triple whammy, because elsewhere in the governor's budget, there's cuts to revenue sharing and aid to schools, and both of those are significant numbers at the city of Portland level. So we are really looking at some dramatic revenue drops from the state. We need to do our part. The governor talks about shared pain. I understand that. This is, given the degree to which this falls on Portland and Bangor, it doesn't feel as shared as some of the other, and it's also a state mandate. You put that together, it doesn't feel as shared as some of the other stuff might.
It doesn't seem fair in some way. Doug, what's the impact on the city and the people they serve?
Well, as Councilor Anton alluded to, we are seeing an unprecedented level of need within the community. We're seeing many more individuals that are applying for assistance for the first time. They're making a first-time application. They never thought that they would be in a situation where they're reaching out and seeking public assistance. These are folks who have long-standing work histories, and the demographics of the individuals who are coming through the doors of our general assistance program have been changing pretty significantly. One of the indicators of that change is the number of individuals who participate in our workfare program. Workfare is a requirement of the general assistance program where somebody who is deemed to be able-bodied is required, as a condition of participation and eligibility, to participate in workfare. And our numbers of individuals participating in that program in 2007, on average, were around 15 individuals a day, and now we're seeing 40 or so folks on any given day. And that's really an indication of the individuals who are coming through the door with extensive and recent work history, and it's really an indication of the economy.
In terms of not providing services, you don't really have a choice. You have to provide those services.
That's correct. The state statute, which mandates the general assistance program within every community, is very prescriptive. We have very little latitude in terms of the assistance that we grant. It's all based on financial need. It's all based on an individual's ability to not be able to provide basic necessities for themselves or their family. And in terms of the changing in demographics and the numbers of individuals that we're seeing, we know that we're, we're up more than 40% in direct applications from this time last year, and that's on top of a 36% increase in the number of direct financial assistance. So we're already in a place where the numbers have dramatically increased over a very short period of time, and that's a direct relation to the economy.
So you're appealing to the legislature to change them and do something different with the budget, find their cuts somewhere else in this. If you want the support of people watching, what would they do?
I would suggest they call their legislator, find out who their representative to the House is, or their senator, give them a call and express their concern.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for joining us, and I hope it does go well. It concerns us all who are working and living in this area. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.